Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, learning champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to everyone, and a welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collegeville High School. We are here for a little Lady Kahok volleyball action. Your Lady Kahok's hosting the Granite City Lady Warriors. I am Todd Duke, glad that you are with us here on the Kahok Sports Network as we get you set for this one. Now, it might look different because I don't have the huddle camera in my favor tonight for some reason or another. Even when I'm plugged in with a wire to the internet, I couldn't get on the internet. So I had to scramble, whip out the old Wi-Fi hotspot and my camcorder. But nevertheless, here we are. We are on. And it is time for a little pregame show. How about that? Brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collegeville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collegeville. He's located at 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collegeville. Give them a call, 618-343-3602, or online at chiropracticworkscollegeville.com. All right, Collegeville comes into this contest with a record of 3-5. They're under their third-year head coach, Katie Cease, who has with her a record of 18-57. Granite City, they are 3-7 on the year. They are coached by Grace Hurst. She is in her second season as that head coach, and she has a record of 12-30. Lady Kahok's looking to string together back-to-back wins tonight after winning a battle here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium over Waterloo. Collinsville dropped the first set of the night last night to the Lady Bulldogs, 25-17, but came back in a nail-biter of a second set with a 26-24 win. That second set Kahok win kind of took the wind out of the sails for Waterloo as the Lady Bulldogs fell 25-16 in that final and tie-breaking set to their Kahok counterparts. Junior Kahok Aubrey Johnson led the way last night with 12 kills in that match. Granite City, they come to town after dropping a straight two-set loss at home against Metro East Lutheran last night in a very close battle. They lost 25-23 and 26-24 in their own nail-biter. Metro East Lutheran had an outstanding 13 service aces in that match. The Lady Warriors' 3 match wins came one right after the other in late August with a couple of wins to close out the season opening tournament in Roxana with wins over Dupo and Mount Olive. I had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Katie Cease. We will pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues right here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville, 618-344-3530.
Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks!
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting collinsvillefoundation.com.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're back in Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Little Lady Kahok volleyball action for you as Collinsville hosts Granite City tonight. And Katie Cease, in her third year, joins us now on the pregame show. All right, so before we get started with some volleyball, I heard some good news and that you are expecting a child. So tell us all about that.
Yeah, so my husband and I were expecting our first kid in January. So we're about 20 weeks now, about halfway. We went to the doctor today, actually. Everything looks good, healthy, growing as they should. So we'll see. We'll find out the gender. We're doing like a little reveal in a couple weeks, next week. So when my parents come back in town. So I'm very excited. It was very hard for me not to look at the screen today to see, but we're both very excited. So yeah.
That's kind of cool. And January, too, so you get to get through your whole volleyball season and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, it doesn't play into my emotions at all, right? My hormones are not taking over any part of me being angry when we lose. But no, it's been good. I've felt pretty good, so it hasn't been too much of a problem now. Just I get to use it as a time to just sit down sometimes, though, an excuse.
Well, congratulations. All right, let's move on to volleyball stuff here. You're coming off of a big win last night against Waterloo, from what I understand, because I wasn't here. You guys dropped the first game and then battled back in the second game, and I think you kind of took the wind out of the sails of Waterloo after that second game.
Yeah, our first set was slow. We started real slow there, and somehow we battled back, and the score was only 25-17. And if you watched the first couple minutes of that game, you would not have thought that's where we were going to end up. But we got our mental check done. We fixed some things in between those two sets, and we were able to come out a lot stronger in the second set and took them 26-24. So battled to the end, and I think you're right. Just like I think what happened to us at Jabot on Monday. I think we just kind of took them a little out of system there, and we're able to take the third set too, which was a big win for us. We really needed that one, so that was great.
Aubrey Johnson last night had 12 kills in that match. That, to me, seems like a lot of kills in one match.
Yeah, she has been a huge leader for us on Monday night. She was through our loss, and Tuesday night. I have my days all messed up with this Labor Day. But Tuesday when we were at Jabot, she was a huge leader for us, even through the loss. And then last night, too, she was a leader on the court for us, mentally, physically, through our win as well. But yeah, she's playing great defense, and she's finding open spots on the court to get us kills and momentum, and it shows. Like you can see, I even said in our second set last night, if your face isn't as sweaty as Aubrey, you're not working hard enough. So you could see her like moving her shirt around to try to get some air going. But yeah, she's been working hard, so that's been great.
All right, let's focus on one more of your young ladies here. We've talked about all the Johnson girls by now. We've talked about Talisha Gilmore. We've talked about Megan Summer. Tell me a little bit about Carson Mode, her mentality, her leadership as a junior that she brings into this and your team.
Yeah, Carson's been playing varsity. She played for varsity for us last year too. So I think that experience, that shines through. And the girls trust her and they rely on her. And I think they go to her as a leader off the court as well. So that's super helpful. sometimes Carson can get in her head, and I think we call it confident Carson. If we have confident Carson out there, things look a lot better for us. And when she's on, she's great. I love having her around. And she's just such a sweet kid too.
I noticed one thing the last game I did. She gets on some service rolls, man. She'll rattle off like 6-7 points in a row.
Yeah, she's got an aggressive serve. These last couple nights, she's been mentally struggling with her serve, which I've said it before, but the game of volleyball it's huge mental moments. Like if you are down mentally, you can really start to struggle. And she's had some mental moments with serving recently, but you're right. Whenever it's on, it's an aggressive top spin serve. So the ball has a spin on it, which is harder to receive. It comes at you a little faster than a typical float serve that moves a little more left to right than her serve does. So.
All right, you guys are 8 games into a season, so you're a few weeks in now. Everybody's starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with the teammates and the game plan?
Yeah, I think we're starting to click together. At this point last year, we were in a little bit of a hole, and so us having 3 wins already under our belt against a strong, we are in a strong conference. Our non-conference schedule is hard, so that's a great momentum moving into the weekend. We play every night this week. We play Friday night and Saturday, so us clicking together, that's huge for us. So, yeah.
Yeah, you guys got that tournament coming up at Alton over the weekend. All right, talk to me about Granite City. This team seems to be, they are under their second-year head coach, seems to be finding their groove as well, and they look like they're getting better.
Yeah, every night when we step out to play, we're ready, mentally to come through whatever we see. But yeah, we're ready for anything. We've been really working on serve receive. Hopefully that will play a big role for us tonight. Getting the ball to our setters. So, yeah.
Tell me what you want to see from your young ladies tonight.
Oh, my 3 goals every night. I'm asking for communication, working hard, and playing for the 6, not the 1. So hopefully we can do that tonight.
Thanks a lot. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Katie Cease, your Collinsville Lady Kahok volleyball head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Starting rosters on both sides come your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahok sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke. Glad you're with us on a very pleasant Thursday evening around the nation's midsection. Very nice, comfortable, fall-like weather. We're loving every minute of it. All right, here we go. Starting lineups. We'll begin with the Granite City Warriors, the visiting team here tonight. You will find on the floor their defensive specialist, Michaela Tanksley. Their 2 setters is Brooke Drennan and Jalea Sanders. The 2 middle blockers, Emily Sykes and Abby Supnitsky. Outside hitter is Audrey Whitehead, and the libero is Reagan Schrum. For Collinsville, your 2 outside hitters, Aubrey and Avery Johnson, the sisters. Aubrey the junior, Avery the freshman. Your middle blockers are Carson Mode and Talisha Gilmore, both juniors. Your right side hitter is Lily Johnson, no relation to the other Johnsons. She is a sophomore. Your setter is junior Alyssa Huckleberry, and your libero is the only senior on the roster for Collinsville this year, and that would be none other than Megan Summer. Collinsville out here closest to your screen, as we are unable to hook up to the internet as we normally do. So no huddle camera for us tonight. So we had to break out the old camcorder. So we're back here on the balcony right behind the camera here. And Collinsville is over here closest to the camera, dressed in their white jerseys, purple shorts, all except for Megan Summer, who is wearing all purple. And over on the far side of your screen are the Granite City Warriors. They are here in their all black uniforms. White numbers on the fronts and the backs, and their libero is the one wearing the red jersey. Collinsville has purple numbers on those white jerseys, both on the front and the back. We are just about ready to go. Person to pay attention to for Granite City is Emily Sykes. She is leading in 3 different categories. She leads in the serving department at 87.5% with 9 aces. She also leads in the kill category with 21, and she leads in the block category with 15. She's number 5 on the list in the dig category with 17, but 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 4 are not bad. We're just about ready to go here. Avery Johnson leads Collinsville in the service area. She has 41 serves, the most of any of the Lady Kahawks, but percentage-wise, Megan Summer has that lead. 94.3 is the service percentage for Megan Summer, so keep an eye on her. And in the kill category, Aubrey Johnson has 28, Avery Johnson has 24, and then it drops off a little bit more after that, and we are underway. Here is Avery Johnson with the first serve. Granite City first to receive, and they end up knocking it out of bounds, and Collinsville jumps out to a 1-0 lead. We had a barn burner of a first set as far as the JV is concerned. I mean, every time I looked up, it was tight. I was trying to get everything set up when the internet didn't work for me, so I didn't have a lot of opportunity to pay real close attention to it, but every time I looked up, it was tied. And it ended up being a win for Collinsville. Collinsville JV's won in straight sets as Granite City picks up the second point. We're tied 1-1. Collinsville won the first set 25-21. And as I mentioned, it was tied every time I looked up there, 6-6, 8-8, 11-11, and it just kept on going. Eventually, they were tied 21-21, and Collinsville rattled off 4 straight points to pull out that victory, and the JVers were also successful, 25-18 in that final set, which ended up being the final set, a 2-set sweep. Here is Summer. She got her hands on that ball, kept it alive, and Collinsville finally gets it over. Nice job there by Avery Johnson and Megan Summer. Here's a kill shot. Oh, what a nice save there, right into the chest of Alyssa Huckleberry. Collinsville gets it over. Back to the libero it goes, Schrum, and Schrum will knock it over. Collinsville will try to save it. They do, and a little dunk shot by Audrey Whitehead will give Granite City the lead. Granite City's been in a lot of their games so far this year, so I don't think it's going to be the same old Granite City that we've seen over the last few years. They're getting better and better with every passing day. Here is Jalea Sanders, the 5'6" senior. She'll send it over, and that one is out, and we are tied at 2. Got to remember to keep score because I don't normally do that at home. Still waiting on results from the freshmen in the auxiliary gym. I do think I see, yes, Elise Halbrooks is sitting over there on the bench, so we'll try to get some final scores on that one. Right over the net it goes. Carson Mode, you heard us talk about her as far as serves go, and she almost picked herself up another ace. Gilmore for the kill. That's good. Nicely done there, Talisha Gilmore. 3-2 in favor of Collinsville. And Carson Mode ready to serve as soon as we go retrieve the ball. Carson Mode ready to serve up another one. We'll see if she can get on a little service roll here. And that one barely gets over the net, and there's an ace for Carson. That's what we like to see. 4-2 in favor of Collinsville. Carson Mode ready to serve up another one. Last time I was here at this gym, watched her serve, she rattled off about 6 straight points. Another one. Has that downward motion to it. That one stayed up just a little bit higher than the first two. And a double hit by Granite City will give Collinsville another point. And quickly the Kahawks have a 3-point lead at 5-2. Mode sends another one and picked up by Schrum. It's going out of bounds, but a nice save over there by Granite City. And then Schrum will pick it up and send it over. Collinsville setting it up. Gilmore, another kill shot. Her second here in this first set. 6-2 in favor of your Lady Kahawks. Nice to be back home after a few road games in a row. Tuesday at O'Fallon for soccer, Friday at Centralia for football. The day before that, we were at Edwardsville for volleyball, so nice to be back home. That one's a little too far. We'll be back home tomorrow, too. Finally, the football home opener after 2 straight games on the road for the past 2 Fridays. Well, one was supposed to be a Friday. It turned into a Saturday. Turned into a Saturday morning, which turned into a Saturday afternoon. But we'll be across the way over at Kahok Stadium tomorrow night as Carbondale comes to town. And Mode about ready to go. Carson sends another one over. Schrum picks it up in the back. It's almost over the net. I think it was over the net. Gilmore knocked it back over. And now a setup on the far side for Aubrey Johnson, and that's a kill for Aubrey. And Collinsville goes up 8-2 after pretty close on the first couple of serves anyway. Well, they're going to give that one to, they say that one was out of bounds? I don't know, but I looked up on the board, and Granite City's got 3, so service coming up for the Granite City Warriors, and into the back it goes, and off of the fingertips of young Miss Avery Johnson as Audrey Whitehead picked up another point for her team. Just got the results from the auxiliary gym, and the freshmen lost. They lost the first set 24-21, won the middle set 25-12, and then lost 17-15 in a nail-biter of a third set. Here is another serve for Whitehead. Nice and low. Megan Summer gets it first. Now Aubrey Johnson into the back line. Picked up again by Schrum. Schrum's been busy already. Sent over, and Collinsville goes back to work. Here's a setup from Huckleberry to Johnson, and down it goes. Aubrey Johnson getting in the kill category as well. And it's 8-4. Collinsville out front, doubling up Granite City right now. And Lily Johnson is back to serve. No, she's not. She's going to be taken out, and Carly Altenberger will come in and pick up the serve. Also, Lissa Huckleberry went out. Ashley Giannini now into the game. Here's a serve by Altenberger. Heads to the sideline, and hit that goes straight sideways off of the hands of Lucy Klump, who is in the game for the first time for Granite City. Gives Collinsville another point. 9-4. Serve over. Nice and low. Does the same thing, only this time from the far sideline to the near sideline. Nice try on the dig there by Whitehead, but she got down low to get it, and then it just kind of went straight off of her wrist, and wasn't anything anyone can do after that. Another serve coming up here for Carly Altenberger. Altenberger, the sophomore. Pops it up. Schrum takes care of it over on the far side. Set up. Nope, not very well, but Granite City does get it over. Now Collinsville's chance to set it up to Giannini. Partially blocked. Stays alive for Granite City. They get it over. And on the near sideline, taken care of by Johnson. To Giannini again. And that one's out of bounds. Collinsville will pick up another point. Nice try over there by the Lady Warriors. Trying to keep that one alive, but when you're that close to the sideline, you better make sure it goes straight and not cross corner. Altenberger, another serve for Collinsville. Low line drive shot. Picked up, and they send it over, does Klump. Here's a setup in the middle for Gilmore. Oh, that was a nice try on the kill, and an even better job over there by Noelle Ritchie to save that one. That one's going to fall down into no man's land, and Collinsville will pick up point number 12, 12-4. Timeout has been called by Granite City, so we will take a timeout right along with them, and we are back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke with you. 12-4 in favor of Collinsville. Told you that Grace Hurst is into her second year as the head coach for the Granite City Warriors. She is the fourth girls volleyball head coach over the last 10 years. And they are looking for their first double-digit win total since winning 14 matches in 2016 under Ginger Harrison. And I believe that Grace Hurst has the young Lady Warriors volleyball team heading in the right direction. Here is a whistle and a net violation called against Granite City, so that'll give Collinsville lucky point number 13. And a serve coming up here, and that one's out. Out off of the hands of Carly Altenberger. So back to serve now for Granite City is Emily Sykes. Sykes barely gets it over. Nice pickup there by Johnson. Moved over by Altenberger for Aubrey Johnson. Good save back there by Granite City. And another try, a little touch over, and that one's out of bounds off of the hands of Audrey Barnes. So Collinsville will pick up another point. So JV won in 2 straight sets. Freshmen lost, but they win all 3 over in the auxiliary gym. And Aubrey Johnson now back to serve here for Collinsville. Near side sideline it hugs, and Granite City gets it over. Aubrey saves it on the back. Altenberger sets it up behind her for Giannini. Giannini goes across the way, and that was a nice hard shot off of the hand of Jalea Sanders and out of bounds. Collinsville now up 15-5. Aubrey Johnson back for another serve. Aubrey all the way into the back line, and a little indecisiveness there by Noelle Ritchie cost her and her team a point. She didn't know whether to hit that underhand, do the 2 palms out hit, and she paid the price for that little indecision, and she's going to go out, and Audrey Whitehead will come back in. Aubrey Johnson ready to serve up another one here for Collinsville. She does. That very ticks over the net, and those are always hard to recover from, but Granite City hangs tough. Here is Altenberger, sets it up, and a kill try saved by Schrum, and now sent over, partially blocked by Gilmore. Collinsville gets a hold of it. Summer over to Johnson. Johnson into the back line for Schrum. Up front now for Granite City. Whitehead sends it over. And now Aubrey Johnson to Altenberger to Lily Johnson. Popped up, sent back over, and a double hit by Granite City will give Collinsville point number 17. 17-5 in favor of Collinsville, rolling right along here in this first set. As Audrey Johnson continues to serve. She does into the net this time. Free point there for Granite City. And serve coming up for Brooke Drennan, the 5'4" setter. She's a junior. And over it goes. Picked up by Megan Summer in the middle. Johnson going to try to get it over, but she didn't have a lot of room over there. And once it goes that close to the net, it's hard to get it over. Got to get a little forward momentum going there with those. And when they're that close to the net, forward momentum is pretty much out of the question. 17-7, 10-point lead for Collinsville, though. Another serve coming up for Drennan. And picked up over on the side by Johnson. And now Altenberger sets it up for Gilmore. And that was a nice little touch by Talisha. And Collinsville gets that point right back, 18-7. And now Megan Summer back to serve for the Lady Kahawks. Summer delivers. Picked up by Whitehead. And set up over on the far side and put over by Klump. Collinsville goes back to work. Here is Johnson off a partial block and out of bounds. And Avery Johnson, the freshman, gets another point for her team. And another timeout. We're back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
Back at Collinsville High School and back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 19-7 in favor of Collinsville here in this first set. Here in this first set. Megan Summer continues to serve. Collinsville trying to close out this first set in quick fashion. There's a nice diving dig over there by the libero, Reagan Schrum, and Collinsville sent it right back over. And they pick up point number 20, the all-important point number 20. Megan Summer back to serve again. Sideline it goes. Whitehead picks it up, set up right in the middle, and pushed over on a one-hander by Sapinski. Here is Collinsville, sent over by Giannini. Granite City working on a setup over here on the near sideline. They get it over, and it just went past Altenberger. And I don't think Avery Johnson thought that Altenberger was going to miss that, and when she did, a late second dive. Aubrey got the ball back up into the air, but it didn't get quite high enough for any help from her teammates. So 20-8 now in favor of Collinsville. And here is Michaela Tanksley back to serve for Granite City. Line drive shot. Nice job picking that up by Johnson. Altenberger sets it up behind her to Giannini. Gets over. Schrum gets a hand on it. And Granite City keeps it alive. In the back line, it's Megan Summer up to Altenberger to Carson Mode. And a double hit by Collinsville this time will give Granite City point number 9. (20-9). Another serve coming up here for Tanksley. And Tanksley sends it on over. Picked up by Johnson, who wants it next. Altenberger does. Back to Johnson. She gets it across, and Schrum from the middle moved a little forward, but kind of mishit it there. Whoop, wrong one. 21-9 in favor of Collinsville. Alyssa Huckleberry, the junior setter for the Lady Kahok, steps back into the game. She'll go back to serve. She puts one low, and that was a nice try, and I think they kind of got caught off guard there, did the Warriors. Sent back over. Summers the first one to hit it. Altenberger sets it up for Mode. Mode sends it into the back. Nice pickup over there by Granite City. They'll get it back over again, and now Aubrey Johnson to Huckleberry, and off of the hands again. That's kind of like the third time that Jalea Sanders has went up for a block, and it's gone off of her hands and out of bounds. She's a little frustrated with that. 22-9 in favor of Collinsville. Huckleberry with another serve. Sends it over, popped up there by Granite City, and they send it in, and that one stays in bounds. So they get one of those back. Do the Warriors. And Megan Summer picks one up back in the back line. And nice job by Johnson to get that over. Mode, little touch, touched right back over to her. And then a Huckleberry sends it over for Johnson. That one's going out of bounds. And Collinsville will pick up point number 23. 2 points away from wrapping up this first set victory. And the Kahawks will serve, and this time it'll be Avery Johnson. Avery sends one near sideline, and it stayed on the near sideline when Brooke Drennan tried to use that double fist to get it over, and I think it hit her knuckle and just went straight into the crowd. So Collinsville 1 point away from wrapping up a first set victory here. Next up for the Lady Kahawks, you heard me mention it in the pregame interview. The Alton tournament begins Friday. One game Friday against MICDS, and then a slate of games for Collinsville Saturday morning into Saturday afternoon. Here's Johnson. Serve picked up on the other side by Tanksley, and then it goes out of bounds. Collinsville gets the point, and they get the set win. And that is going to send us to our first break in between sets. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville, and we're back to tell you about set number 2 after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking. Providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness.
Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com. 618-855-8855. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 25-10, first set win for Collinsville. And we'll see if we can get this wrapped up in 2 sets. I know the Granite City Warriors have other ideas, but we will find out here momentarily. As soon as the referees get through checking their little lineup cards to make sure everybody's in the right spot, they are satisfied. We are ready to go, and the first serve belongs to Granite City, and in particular, Julia Sanders. Sanders is ready. Here it comes. Into the back, picked up by Aubrey Johnson. Set up by Huckleberry, over onto the far side now for Lily Johnson. And then Granite City gets it over. Nice block up front by Johnson. That would be Lily. And a very high ball. Schrum takes care of it. Nice job there. Tell you what, that was an adventure and a half there. Sanders sends it all the way up to the rafters. Schrum gets it and sent it over into the front. And Alyssa Huckleberry sends it over. Back and forth we go here on this first point. And Collinsville, after a whistle, a net violation called against Granite City, and the Kahawks jump out to the 1-0 lead. Here is Avery Johnson, the only freshman on the roster. We have 1 freshman and 1 senior. The rest are all sophomores and juniors. On the near side, picked up by Tanksley, and then sent over by Collinsville. A little double kill shot there by Aubrey Johnson and Carson Mode. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. Avery Johnson sends another one over. Schrum picks it up, comes across the net on the first try, and I think the girls were confused. That ball was so close to the net, they weren't sure if it was over or not, and it was not. And Granite City gets a point, 2-1. That's what it was last time before Collinsville went on an extended run. Here is Audrey Whitehead, the junior outside hitter. She will serve. She does so. Rocket shot. Megan Summer gets a hand on it first. Johnson sends it up. Mode sends it over. Picked up by Whitehead. Here's Sanders, and a kill shot there. Big time by Emily Sykes. And Granite City ties it at 2. As I mentioned on the outset, Sykes leads in almost all categories. And a 2-2 tie means that Audrey Whitehead gets to serve again. Picked up by Summer. Up front, that was pushed over, and I believe that Granite City's going to get that point. I have to get my hand signal sheet one of these days for volleyball. I have no idea what that little waving motion means. At any rate, Granite City has the lead for the first time tonight. Popped up front, sent over to the side, and then popped back over, and a little no-look shot there by Emily Sykes gives Granite City a 4-2 lead. Aubrey Whitehead will serve up another. Whitehead delivers a rocket shot again, and that went right in between Summer and Aubrey Johnson. And all of a sudden, 4 straight points here for Granite City has given the Lady Warriors a 5-2 lead. Whitehead ready to deliver another serve. Knuckleball, and that one really had some movement on it. And not a lot there Avery Johnson can do. She got a body part on it, but it went straight over into her own bench. And it's a quick 6-2 lead here for Granite City. So you got to watch this serve here by Whitehead. She's got some movement on that ball. That one moved right into the net. Collinsville will take that. When you don't see that ball spin as it comes over the net, it's got that stillness to it, just moves kind of back and forth as it goes. That's kind of tough to deal with. Here's Carson Mode. She's got a pretty mean serve of her own. She'll send it across. It'll sink down, popped up into the air. Sanders sends it over, and Johnson saves it. Huckleberry back over for Aubrey Johnson. She touches it over. Sanders pops it up. Schrum, she'll set it up. A little touch over here by Klump, sends it back over. And now the Johnson girls go after it, and there's a kill by Aubrey Johnson, her second of the night. And Collinsville has gotten back to within 2. Carson Mode back to serve up another. And Schrum is, that one's going to go all the way back to the family restroom under the scoreboard. And Collinsville climbs back to within 1. Grace Hurst, the head coach for Granite City, looks like she probably graduated from Granite City a couple of years ago. She wasn't wearing different clothing than her team is wearing. I would think she was a player. That one's out of bounds. Nice strong hit there, but a little bit too much on it. And Collinsville comes back and ties this thing up after being down 6-2. Mode, another serve. Here it is. Low. And that one spun right off of the hands of Lucy Klump and straight backwards. Collinsville goes from being down 4 to up by 1. Another serve coming up here for Carson Mode. That one has a little bit, that one kind of caught Whitehead off guard. Sent over by Sykes. Collinsville setting it up. One Johnson to another. Oh, partial block there, and that one hit off of the shoulders of Sanders. And Granite City does a nice job getting it over. Set up for Gilmore with another kill. Talisha Gilmore with her 4th kill of the night. And Collinsville extends that lead by 2. Carson Mode. Another serve coming up for her. Mode into the middle, picked up by Whitehead. Sanders sets it up for Schrum. Schrum sends it over. Huckleberry takes care of it. And Johnson back over to the other Johnson. This would be Lilly, though. All 3 of them are on the floor at the same time now. Whitehead sends it over. Picked up into the back by Avery Johnson. Huckleberry for Gilmore. Almost did it again. That one's going to go out of bounds. Collinsville was wise enough to let it go. And the Kahawks are out front now 9-6. And yet another serve coming up here for Mode. Carson sends another low one down, and into the crowd it goes. Whitehead dove right in front of Reagan Schrum to get that one, and it went straight sideways. Went to the direction she was diving to. 10-6. Collinsville, 4-point lead. Mode continues to serve. And a whistle and a rotation violation against Granite City will give Collinsville a free point. Referee over next to the scorer's table is pointing out to Coach Hurst exactly what the problem was, and now she's trying to direct traffic. Now they've got all that figured out. Mode ready for another serve. I think this is her 7th in a row. She'll pop one into the middle, and it goes straight into the net. And Collinsville went from being down by 4 to up by 6. Mode. Another serve. Into the middle it goes. Picked up by Schrum. Popped straight up. Sanders will set it up over here onto the near side for Klump. And that one finally falls in. And Granite City, they worked hard just to get that point and get Carson Mode off the service line. 12-7 in favor of Collinsville. Mode goes out. Summer comes back in. Back to serve is Emily Sykes now for Granite City. She serves, and that little knuckler is going to pay dividends as it goes into the front row of the stands as Lily Johnson was trying to chase it down. And Sykes with another serve. She's got a little knuckle movement on hers as well. Into the back it goes. It goes a little backwards, but Megan Summer was able to catch up with it. And then Alyssa Huckleberry gets it over. Picked up on the other side by Ritchie. Now sent over by Barnes. Collinsville keeps it alive, and that one goes out of bounds. Huckleberry couldn't get there fast enough to set it up for Gilmore, and it ends up going out of bounds over Gilmore's head. So another serve coming up for Sykes. Here it is, and that one is out. So Collinsville gets one of those 2 points right back, 13-9. As Altenberger and Giannini check back into the game here for Collinsville, and out goes Huckleberry and Lily Johnson. Altenberger back to serve. Into the net. A trade of points there, but Collinsville's 6-point lead has been cut in half. It's now a 3-point lead. And off the bench is Brooke Drennan, a original starter, but she's going to come back into this game and serve. She does. Picked up by Johnson. Backwards it goes. Aubrey Johnson gets it over. She's actually behind the guy on the ladder. Pushed into the back line. Avery Johnson back over to Altenberger, to Aubrey Johnson, and that one is in. Nice job there, Aubrey Johnson. She picks up her third kill. 14-10 in favor of Collinsville. And for her efforts in the kill and the point for Collinsville, Aubrey Johnson gets to serve. Aubrey sends it right down the middle. Schrum pops it up. Sent up front and back over. Megan Summer gets there first. Set up for Gilmore. Little simple touch there for Gilmore. One touch and a point and a timeout. 15-10 in favor of Collinsville. We're back after a break on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher, 15-10. Lady Cahawks have the lead, trying to close out this match in 2 straight sets. 10 more points, and they can do just that. Aubrey Johnson back to serve it up for the Cahawks. Popped up and hit out of bounds by Lucy Klump. And now Collinsville just needs 9 to pick up a victory. Another serve coming up here for Aubrey Johnson. And Schrum. And that one sent right into the net. A little pound ball there by Abby Sapniski. And the Cahawks inch a little bit closer to their goal, winning 2 in a row for the first time this year. Aubrey Johnson serves up another one, 17-10 in favor of Collinsville, and it's about to be 18, and it is. That ball went from the middle straight to the sideline, and 3 Lady Warriors tried to chase it down, and they just could not catch up in time. Aubrey Johnson sends another little pop shot over, and nice job there by Sanders, and Collinsville will pick up another point on a double hit. So the Kahawks now just 5 points away, and another timeout called, this one by Granite City. We're back in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
19-10 in favor of Collinsville. As we get back to work here is Aubrey Johnson. She's been back there on that service line for a while. And Sanders pops up the first hit, and then it's moved into the middle. Schrum will send it over. Picked up by Altenberger, and then Megan, that was a nice job by Megan Summer. She was trying to pop it up behind her to set it up for one of her teammates, but it ended up going over the net and out of bounds to give Granite City point number 11. And after only securing 10 points in the first match, or the first set, they are happy to get past that mark here in set number 2 as Michaela Tanksley goes back to serve it up for Granite City. She does. Far side sideline. Johnson to Altenberger to Gilmore. Gilmore back line too far. 19-12 in favor of Collinsville. Another serve coming up for Tanksley. Tanksley delivers a spinner. Collinsville saved it, and it went over on the first try. And Audrey Whitehead, it came right to her, and while there were a couple of Lady Kahawks laying on the ground after they went for that ball, she made them pay for it. They couldn't get up in time to do anything. So 19-13. Whitehead, another serve. This one comes in, and Megan Summer takes care of it, and Giannini couldn't get up to the net fast enough, and she wasn't sure if it was going to go over onto their side or stay on her side, and it ended up doing the latter. And then all of a sudden is 4 points in a row for Granite City, and they've climbed back to within 5. Whitehead serves up another one. Summer. Altenberger. Oh, that one goes into the net, never did get over by Avery Johnson. And that's 5 straight points, and now Collinsville would like to call a timeout, so we'll take a timeout right along with them, and we're back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahawk Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Whitehead ready for another serve. Collinsville only up by 4, and that one kind of caught Johnson off guard, but she stays with it. Oh, man. Should have let that one go to somebody else there who was in a better spot, but nevertheless, Collinsville still has a lead, but that lead is now dwindling. It was a 9-point lead just a little while ago. Now it's 3. Another serve. That one almost went out of bounds, and Johnson, if she would have let it go out of bounds, probably would have. Block up front. Nice job keeping it alive. Collinsville sets it up, and here is Giannini with an opportunity. That one goes out of bounds, and there is the all-important point number 20. Megan Summer back to serve it up now for Collinsville. Summer can get on a little bit of a roll, too. That one's picked up by Schrum. Set up for Sanders. Sanders gets it over. Summer pops it up. Set up over on the far side for Johnson. Into the back it goes. Schrum pops it up again. Now over here to this near side. Tough job to try to get that one. That one goes backwards, and Collinsville can't get there despite the diving try by Carly Altenberger. And Collinsville, once again, up by 3. Reagan Schrum, the libero tonight, back to serve for Granite City. Popped up, and Aubrey and Avery were both right there, and it went right in between them. So Granite City is back to within 2. Another serve coming up here for Schrum. Schrum. Megan Summer takes care of it. Popped up, and Mode got it over just as Johnson was coming in behind her, and a little no-look lob right in the middle of the floor, and there wasn't anybody there wearing the purple and the white. And all of a sudden, the Granite City Lady Warriors are back to within 1 point. Here is Summer. Up front it goes. Altenberger for Giannini. Giannini, a little bit of a double hit there, and they do get it over. Collinsville back to setting it up. Here is Giannini. She gets it over. Schrum pops it up front. Set up behind for Sanders. Sanders into the middle, and we're tied. (20-20). Another serve coming up here for Schrum. Into the middle it goes. Aubrey Johnson gets it, and they send it all the way to the back line. That's got to get over, and it does. Here is Megan Summer. Now Huckleberry sets it up for Johnson on the far side. Blocked, and it goes down the front of the net, and Collinsville back out front, 21-20. And for the first time in a while, Collinsville is going to get to serve, and it's going to be Alyssa Huckleberry as Lily Johnson will check back into the contest and take the place of Carly Altenberger. Let's see if Huckleberry can get on a bit of a service roll. All we need is 4, right? Huckleberry pops one into the middle. Whitehead sends it all the way over to the Granite City bench. Or that was Tanksley, excuse me. So Collinsville back out front by 2 now. Just a little bit of breathing room. Not enough room to take a full-on breath, but you get a couple of them in there. Huckleberry back to serve. And that one's a little low, but it's picked up by Schrum. Moved over for Sanders. Sanders gets it over, popped up. Huckleberry. Oh, got to communicate, girls. Looked like Megan Summer was going to go for it. She stepped away, and at the last minute, Avery Johnson tried to correct course. Couldn't fast enough, and Collinsville now up by 1. Here is Jalea Sanders to serve for Granite City. Sanders sends a low one down. Megan Summer got there first, and Collinsville's got to get it over, and Giannini knocks it into the net. We're tied again. Sanders, another serve coming up for her. Sanders pops it into the middle. Summer up front. Huckleberry sets it up for Johnson. Picked up by Schrum again. Sanders pops it back up. Pushed over with a two-hander by Granite City. Here's a try by Mode, and she put it in her own net. Granite City has a 23-22 lead. Another timeout coming up here for Collinsville. We'll step aside as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from other coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Collinsville at one point in this contest had a 19-10 lead. Granite City came storming back, tied it up at 20, tied it up at 22, and now the Warriors have a 23-22 lead. Here is Sanders with another serve. Knuckleball taken care of by Johnson. Huckleberry sets it up and sent across by the other Johnson. Little touch over, and it falls right behind Carson Mode. And Collinsville 1 point away from dropping this game after having a 9-point lead. Those hurt, man. Got a chance to come back into this one, but remember, you have to win by 2. Here is Sanders. Sends it over again. Johnson got it over on the first try. Stays behind. And there is Lily Johnson to get it over. Now over here on the near side. Block. Nicely done there. Collinsville got a much-needed point on a nice block up front. So now it is time for Avery Johnson to serve. She does. Into the back it goes, and out of bounds it goes, and that's a win for Granite City. Hate to see that. I like that anyway. 25-23 in favor of Granite City. So we are dead even at 1 set apiece, and we got a third and final tie-breaking set that will be headed your way after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News.
Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes could also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Collinsville had a 19-10 lead in that second set. Only needed 6 more points to close out a 2-set sweep, and Granite City was having none of that. Warriors came all the way back and won that second set 25-23, so we have to play a third and final tie-breaking set. Not sure if they're going to go to 15 or 25. I know that underclassmen, non-conference matchups, if you go to a third and final, then it's 15 because the freshmen lost in the auxiliary gym 17-15 in their third and final game, but varsity may be a little different, and this is a non-conference game, so I guess we'll all find out together. Here is Jalea Sanders. She will start off service here in this third and final set of the night, and into the middle it goes, and backwards it goes, and Granite City starts off with a lead. Sanders ended that second set on the service line. She begins the third set from the same place. Collinsville having a hard time picking up her serve, and it goes straight backwards again. 2 serves in a row. You guys are going to have to back up. Back up with your feet all the way on that back line. Get in front of that ball. They have 4 young ladies on the back line, but there's still a good 5 feet between them and the out-of-bounds line. Sanders pops one again to the back line. This one is picked up by Summer. She moves it forward over to the far side. Johnson, Schrum with a nice pickup over there, but it didn't make it over the net, and Collinsville gets one of those back. And it will be Avery Johnson's turn to serve. Sent over, picked up, moved up, and blocked. Nice job there by Carson Mode. And another point for Collinsville. I believe that was Mode and Avery Johnson who tag teamed on that block. 2-2. Avery Johnson sends it into the middle. Schrum pushes it up front. Sanders moves it over to the near side, and into the net it goes off of the hands of Audrey Barnes. And Collinsville is out front by 1, 3-2. Avery Johnson continuing to serve. All 3 Johnsons are on the floor once again. Got the 3 Johnsons, a Summer, a Huckleberry, and a Mode. That one's picked up, and Sanders pops it up and didn't have a lot of room to work with. Summer got there just in time. Mode down, and a double hit by Collinsville will give Granite City that point, and it's 3-3. Lucy Klump checks back into the game now for Granite City, taking the place of Michaela Tanksley. Back to serve is Audrey Whitehead. She's got a mean serve. We found that out last set. Sinking ball. Nicely done there by Johnson. Huckleberry over to Aubrey. Popped up. Sanders in the middle for Whitehead. Whitehead gets it over. Here's Megan Summer up front. Mode just barely pops it over. Little soft touch, but that didn't fool Granite City. Huckleberry gets the first touch this time. Summer over to Aubrey Johnson. Sanders gets the nice spinning reflection or deflection, and then it's sent right into the net by Granite City's Whitehead, and Collinsville back out front by 1. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those 1-point back-and-forth games. Here's Talisha Gilmore checking back into the game as Carson Mode will go back to serve. Carson, last time she was on the service line, was out there for about 7 or 8 straight serves. Schrum picks it up. Sanders sets it up. Klump gets it over, and Mode takes care of the first hit. Huckleberry over to Aubrey Johnson. Blocked out and out of bounds. That ball went out of bounds. Yeah, thank you. What are we doing with that one? That ball was blocked, and it ended up going out of bounds. And as of right now, they have not awarded a point to anyone. It should be Collinsville's point. Referees are going to talk about it. What are we going to do? Replay it? Have a mulligan? Well, we didn't award a point to anyone. It's still 4-3. 5-3. There it is. All right, Collinsville gets the point. Here is Mode. A serve picked up by Klump. Sanders moves it over for Barnes. Barnes can't get it over, and Collinsville will get another point, and it's 6-3 in favor of the Kahawks. So Mode continues another strong service set here. Carson sends one low, and that one right back over on a diving dig by Schrum. Collinsville sets it up, and Aubrey Johnson picks up her 4th kill of the night. And a timeout called by Granite City will step aside as well, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 7-3 in favor of Collinsville here in a third and decisive final set. Here is Carson Mode. Mode sends it across, and it's picked up by Klump. Sanders is going to set it up right in the middle, and it's pushed across by Granite City. Collinsville's turn to set it up. Huckleberry to Gilmore. Gilmore gets it over, and what a big, fast volley that was. Here is Aubrey Johnson. She sends it over. That was partially blocked. Granite City does a nice job keeping that one alive. Mode up front. Huckleberry, Gilmore, blocked again. Collinsville saves it after the block. Here is Aubrey Johnson off of a partial block. Schrum gets it. Sanders over here on this near sideline sends it across. Taken care of by Collinsville. Another setup for Talisha Gilmore. And Gilmore picks up her 6th kill. Collinsville stretches their lead just a little farther. It's 8-3. Another serve coming up here for Carson Mode. Mode sends it over, and it's picked up. Nice job there, Whitehead. That was going down quickly. And now a double hit by Granite City will quickly give Collinsville another point, and the Kahawks have a 6-point lead. They had a 9-point lead evaporate in the last set, so no rest for the weary here. Mode, another serve. Sinker again. Schrum from one knee takes care of it. And punched across by Granite City. Huckleberry, Johnson to Johnson. And into the back it goes, and that one is out. I thought it might have been partially touched, but the referees say no. And that point will belong to Granite City, and it's 9-4 now in favor of the Kahawks. Here is Emily Sykes. She's a handful in the service department as well. She'll send a knuckler over. Megan Summer takes care of it. Gilmore was getting ready to go up in the front of the net for waiting for a setup, but she had to reverse course and keep that ball alive. That one is out of bounds, and Collinsville gets the point right back, 10-4. Ashley Giannini will check back in. Alyssa Huckleberry to the bench. Also coming back in is Carly Altenberger. She'll go back to serve, and she takes the place of Lily Johnson. And to the sideline and out of bounds it goes. That is not what Carly wanted. She usually does a pretty good job of serving, but Collinsville still in the lead by 5. Brooke Drennan checks back into the game. She'll now go back to serve. Drennan delivers one right over here to the near side sideline. Johnson to Altenberger. Couldn't get it up high enough on the setup. Never did get very far. And Granite City is now back to within 4. Drennan ready again. Picked up by Lily Johnson, and then Talisha Gilmore again left the front of the net, and that's where the ball went. I understand that you have to move to your spot and wait for a setup, but it's got to get there first. Brooke Drennan with another serve as Granite City's back to within 3. That's out of bounds. And Collinsville will get a breathing style, easy 1 point back there as Aubrey Johnson goes back to serve. Nice low shot taken care of by Whitehead, and that's out of bounds. Got it over the net, but went more sideways than forward. 12-7 in favor of Collinsville. Aubrey Johnson sends another one over. That one's low. Whitehead picks it up. Set up behind for Klump. Klump gets it over, and Aubrey Johnson stays alive. Collinsville gets it over on a shot by Giannini, excuse me. And a block and a point by Gilmore. And Collinsville extends the lead to 13-7. Here is Aubrey Johnson. Back for another serve. Into the middle. Schrum picks it up, pops it straight up. Over onto the near side. Sanders has to get it over. She does so. Into the back. Aubrey Johnson to Altenberger to Gilmore. Gilmore pops it over. And now up front, set up for Sanders on the far side. That's blocked, but it's blocked out of bounds. And Granite gets one of those points back, 13-8 in favor of Collinsville as the libero, Reagan Schrum. Well, I thought she was going to go back to serve, but they brought in Michaela Tanksley off the bench, and she'll go back to serve. Tanksley into the net. Carson Mode will check in off the bench, and it'll be a serve for Megan Summer. 14-8 in favor of Collinsville. Line drive shot. Picked up, moved up, and then shoved over by Schrum. Into the back it goes. Aubrey Johnson, Altenberger for Giannini. Into the back. Schrum is the first one to touch it again. Over here on the near sideline. That one is in. Nice diving effort back there by Aubrey Johnson, but it kind of stayed about a foot off the ground. Nothing that anyone can do. Couldn't get there fast enough for one. And for two, getting underneath the ball that's only a foot off the ground is a little tough. Here is Reagan Schrum with another serve for Granite City. Heading toward the side. Picked up, and Collinsville will send it over. Avery Johnson does. Now Sanders into the back. Picked up by Altenberger. Megan Summer for Giannini. Partially blocked. Stays alive. It hits the pole. Little candy canes over here on the side. Once it does, those are out of bounds automatically. And it's 14-10 now. Collinsville's lead is down to 4. Schrum, another serve. Popped up on the far side. Sent up by Johnson. Set up into the middle for Mode. That one's down, and that one's good. And looks like we're playing to 25 because that is point number 15. Collinsville has the lead. And it'll be Alyssa Huckleberry's turn back to serve. Huckleberry delivers. Schrum, first hit. Now back over here onto the near side. Across the court it goes, and it's too far. It's out of bounds. And Collinsville back up by 6. Timeout called. We will step aside as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back here at Collinsville High School, Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Got an entertaining match going on here between Collinsville and Granite City. Kahawks won the first one 25-10. Granite City came from 9 points down to win the second set 25-23, and here we are, a 16-10 score in favor of Collinsville. Granite City sets it up for Sanders. Sanders across the line, And now Collinsville sets it up. Here is Carson Mode, and Mode couldn't get it across. (16-11). Sanders back to serve. Audrey Barnes checks back into the game for Granite City, taking the place of Brooke Drennan. High pop serve, and two Lady Kahawks converge on it. And now Megan Summer will get it across. It's popped up, stays up. Last hit for Granite City. Back line, out of bounds. 17-11. Collinsville has that 6-point lead back, and it is time to see Avery Johnson serve for the Lady Kahawks. Gets it across. Schrum, the opposing team's number 11, and no one moved. They moved a little late. Collinsville up now 18-11. Avery Johnson, another serve on the way. Nice line, low line drive. Sanders sets it up, and it's sent over by Sykes. Megan Summer. And nice job there by Avery Johnson to get that one over. And a partial block. Stays alive, though. Here is Huckleberry setting it up for Aubrey Johnson. Down the line it goes to Sanders. Now into the middle. Sent over. Huckleberry touches it again. Summer over to Aubrey Johnson. She'll push it across. Whitehead sends it up to Sanders. Back to Whitehead it goes. She'll use a little two-hand touch to get it in the middle. Collinsville, Aubrey Johnson on the sideline. Skirts across the net. Nice pickup over there by Whitehead to keep it alive. Schrum has to get it across, but a missed hit will send it spinning into the net. And Collinsville now out front 19-11. It was 19-10 in the last set. And then Granite City started their comeback. Avery Johnson sends over another serve. Picked up over there by Tanksley. Set up into the middle, and Sykes will get it over. Summer, Huckleberry, Mode couldn't get it into the net. Couldn't get it over the net. She got it into the net just fine. Couldn't get it over the net. 19-12. Granite City back to serve. And Audrey Whitehead will have the honors. Whitehead sends a knuckler out of bounds. Tell you what, you breathe a sigh of relief after that, because the last time that Aubrey Whitehead was back there dealing, she was throwing knuckleball after knuckleball over, and Collinsville was having a hard time handling it. All right, Carson Mode back to serve now for Collinsville. Had about 6 straight serves in that first set, so 5 of those would be a win. Popped up by Schrum. Sanders sets it up, sent over. Avery Johnson moves it up. Huckleberry for Gilmore, and oh, that's out of bounds. Just a little bit too much. Right idea, but a little too hot on the miles per hour there, and that'll bring the Warriors back to within 7. Here is Emily Sykes. She serves. Picked up by Avery Johnson. Huckleberry moves it over to the far side, and Aubrey Johnson couldn't get it over. 20-14. Emily Sykes serves into the net. Almost went over the net, but just not quite enough to get it that final push. And Collinsville breathes a little bit of a sigh of relief here as Lily Johnson, the sophomore, will go back to serve. She does, right into the middle. Picked up by Whitehead. Sanders moves it into the middle and almost found an empty spot, but Collinsville got it over on the first try. And now a setup. Huckleberry to Gilmore. Gilmore down, and there it goes. And Gilmore with her 7th kill of the night. Aubrey Johnson had 12 kills in last night's match against Waterloo. Lily Johnson serves one into the net, almost went under the net. 22-15, Collinsville with the lead. Ashley Giannini checks back into the game. Alyssa Huckleberry goes to the bench. Altenberger checks back in as well, and Lily Johnson will head to the bench as well. Audrey Barnes goes to the bench for Granite City, and Brooke Drennan comes back in to serve. Into the middle it goes, popped up by Aubrey Johnson, and Altenberger sends it over for Avery Johnson. Saved by Schrum, but her teammates couldn't get there to help her out. And Collinsville now just a couple of points away from wrapping up the night here. Aubrey Johnson's turn to serve. Aubrey, sideline, picked up. I don't know if that one was going to go out of bounds or not. And now the Lady Warriors, three of them over here on the sideline, all ran into each other. And Collinsville now, match point time. Aubrey Johnson delivers. Into the middle it goes. Schrum gets there first. Stays on the far sideline. Sanders has to get it over. She does with a little backward shot. And a setup for Gilmore. Gilmore for the win. And there it is. Gilmore's 8th kill of the night gives Collinsville a 25-15 win. And the Lady Kahok, have won their second match in a row. First time they have done that this season. And nice to see. Collinsville wins 2-1. And now it is time for post-game coverage. Brought to you by LC's Pub in Collinsville. LC's Pub, man, you want some good food served by some good people. Great service, great food, all the above. Check the box, yes? Well, then you need to go to LC's Pub. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium, kind of, sort of. 605 North Main Street in Caseyville is their exact address. You can call LC's Pub for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007. We'll have somebody to talk to from the team after this victorious night here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Lady Cahoks win 2-1, and we're back to tell you all about it in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
Chapman Trucking LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network as Collinsville pulls out a 2-1 victory. We're going to have double duty on the old microphone here tonight. We're going to start off with assistant coach Brenna Swartz. How much fun is that to watch?
Varsity game or the JV game?
Hey,
or
man,
both?
I'm telling you, man, both of them were pretty cool. Well, I was in a little bit of hectic mode up here because I couldn't get the internet to work with the plug-in for the camera, so I had to hurry up and switch over to my camera, so I didn't get to watch too much of the JV game, but every time I looked up in that second set, it was tie, 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 and then it was 21-21, and you guys rattled off like 4 straight points for the win.
Yeah, I was very proud of them tonight. That was a great game. I think we needed that win.
Tell me a little bit about your JV team this year. So how you guys doing?
We're starting off a little rough, but hey, there's always room for improvement anywhere you go. So.
Hey, you know what? I've been doing this for like 25 years, and there's always room for improvement.
Yeah, I mean, I try and drill this into their heads. We say progress, not perfection.
I like that. Can I borrow that?
Sure.
All right, cool. All right, tell me about the makeup of your JV team a little bit there. So tell me about some up-and-comers we should be paying attention to.
Definitely be watching Brittany. She was our most improved player last year, and she's still continuing on that trend in the same direction.
How's the heart after a couple of those close ones in this varsity game, man?
I just hold my breath sometimes, but it's fine.
Yeah. All right, we're going to let you go. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're going to put the microphones on Megan Summer. Megan Summer, the libero here tonight, the only one out there wearing all purple. How are you, dear?
Good.
So tell me a little bit about that middle set, man. You guys were up 19-10. All you needed was 6 points to win, and Granite City came back in. What is a player going through when you see that lead evaporate and then all of a sudden you drop that game?
I think we were just really stressing out because it was so close. So it was just all emotions going through our head and everything.
You know, sometimes those are hard to recover from. I've watched your guys' games before, whether it's your team or the team you're playing against. When you have one of those leads, it disappears and you end up losing. That third and final set is kind of tough to come back from because you have that middle set in your brain is like, oh my God, look what happened to us. So tell me what the thought process is for Megan Summer when you drop that middle set and you got to go back out for that third set.
Well, I'm just going to do all that I can do is just passing the best of my ability and just make sure that I get that ball straight up, perfect pass every time.
Perfection. That's it. How's your sister doing?
She's doing great.
Yeah? Where is she now?
SLU.
SLU? Playing volleyball or no?
Yeah, she plays for the little club team.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right, cool. You guys stay in contact?
Yeah, she lives at my house.
Think she's watching?
Probably not right now.
No?
She's busy.
She'll watch later. All right, so tell me about that last set, 25-15. Did you guys feel a little bit more comfortable once you got that like 6 or 7 point lead? So what goes through your mind when you're that close after that second set got away from you?
I think we got really confident towards the end, and it just really made it better. We were all confident in ourselves. We got our hits over, got our serves over most of the time.
Yeah, I don't want to keep you too long because, you know, you and I got a pregame interview to do later. I interview all the seniors, and you're like the only one this year.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, like, wait until, like, you know, at least the middle of the season or something like that before I talk to you. So we'll let you get back to your friends. Thanks for the visit. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is tonight's libero. That would be none other than Megan Summer. She wears number 8. She is the only senior on the roster. We thank her and Brenna Swartz for the visit as Collinsville wins here tonight. 25-10 in the first set. Granite City got the middle set 25-23, and Collinsville pulls out the third set by a score of 25-15. We appreciate you watching. Always a pleasure to bring you the games from Collinsville or wherever we may be. And guess what? We're going to be back in Collinsville tomorrow. It is the football team's home opener as the Carbondale Terriers come into town. Both teams, Collinsville and Carbondale, will come into this contest with a 1-1 record. So one team will be leaving here with a winning record. The other one will be leaving here with a losing record. You can find out all about it. We'll be on the air at about 6:30 tomorrow night with pregame coverage and the kickoff at 7 p.m. Another big thank you to head coach Katie Cease joining me on the pregame show and my postgame guests, Brenna Swartz and Megan Summer. My name is Todd Duke, and until tomorrow evening, everybody have yourselves a fantastic rest of your night.